Hello and welcome to another video of the Explaining series. Today we're going to look at 110 Expelliarmus as the last voting has shown, and before this video begins, I just want to thank you all for participating in the voting about the 100 round 25s compilation. As it turns out, more people have voted for making that 100 round 25 video, so I am gonna try my best to get the 100 round 25s as soon as possible. I think I'm at like 82 right now. And as soon as I get that, I'll start editing on it and upload it as soon as possible. And with that all said, let's get straight into the video. If you want to vote for the next map, then go check out the pinned comment. Only 3 maps left to do, so not much until the explaining series is over. But let's look at this. This is actually the world record, 110.514. And at the start, there are actually a few different methods that I'm going to show you. The first one is this. You're gonna go 2 blocks out from the glass, and then you're gonna jump in, landing about at this block, and from there you're gonna use your right strafe, land on this red block, and jump over to this. Just keep your spacebar, just hold your spacebar and you'll land there. And then you will jump on the black thing and do another jump there, and then from there you're gonna use your second strafe. Then you may have to adjust a little bit to not clip right here, but if you did that correctly, you won't clip here, and then you will have good momentum to land right next to this a bit darker clay block, and from there you can use your left strafe, and if you do that the correct way, you will land right here. And then it's actually important to use your last strafe this early, because you need it at the end to get it back in time to not get it too late. So as I almost forgot to mention it in the video, here are the other starting methods that you can use. The first one is this. So you do the same thing for the first strafe, but then you don't jump on the black thing. So you just one jump before you're on it, so like right here, you turn around and use your back strafe. You still have to adjust a little, but you will get the same result, and you will still end up being on perfect momentum to land right here, and then using your left strafe to get over. And for the third strat, you do the same thing for the first strafe again. And then you jump on this black thing, but only do one jump there, and then strafe instantly. Then you'll still have to adjust a little bit, but you will get the same results again. And you can still strafe from there. I failed here a little bit. I didn't keep my momentum and then got an OP strafe. But if you do that perfectly, you will be able to carry your momentum through and still get to this point at about the same time. And now it's up to you to find what's the easiest for you. With death, I would say probably the second one is the easiest, because you use your strafe the earliest. But you can choose whatever you think works best for you. Now let's go on with the run. Then try to walk through this section without clipping anything here. And also, people have tried to get head hitters here, but that's actually really hard to do. If you can do that correctly, then it is faster, and then feel free to use it in your runs. But I feel like that's a really hard strategy, so I've never really been going for it. And so I just walked through here, trying to not clip anything. And then the last head hitters, I only take the last ones. And here, there are 2 possibilities. So either you get 2 head hitters, like I did here, and then you can just keep jumping and you will land on the edge of the speed. However, if you get 3 head hitters here, if you get another one here, that happens sometimes, depends on when you start your head hitters, then you will have to stop jumping for a little bit so that you won't overjump the speed. Yeah, these are the 2 possible outcomes that can happen. Then do the speed part like this. Just try to be tight to the edges of the logs. You don't have to be too tight, because if you do, then you'll probably land in the water. But it makes it better, because you'll keep your speed for a little bit longer, and that's going to be important. Because right when your speed expires, you want to jump. And jump right into the head hitters. Don't clip it here, but jump really far at the end. This jump has been proven to me that it's been really, really close at some points, and sometimes I even clip it. But I think it's important to take that really, really close, because if you do, you get perfect head hitters like this. And then you can keep jumping here until this kind of maze with cobblestone walls. Here you have to stop jumping a little, jump over here, and then walk around this corner. And after that, you're gonna have to time well when you start jumping again, because you might overjump right here. What I do here is I press my D key to prevent me from overjumping, but it sometimes is a little bit hard, and I also choked runs here by just overjumping this block. So you might want to be careful with that. But if you make that, the best tip for this section here is just to stick as close to this wall as possible. Don't clip it, but also be really, really close to it. It's kinda hard to do, but it saves you a lot of time, because I just used to like walk right here and just don't care at all, but that's way, way slower. And you can actually save a lot of time with that if you stick very close to this. And then after that, here, you have to stop jumping for a little, walk around this thing, and then jump to the right again. What's optimal is that you jump off the slab. I didn't do that here actually, but you can, and that's even faster. But you also have to keep in mind that you might clip the wall then. So yeah, just try to stick as close to the wall here as possible. Then after this section, you can just keep jumping, and you then have to jump onto this stair. From there, I mostly press my spacebar again to make this jump up there, and then get a good slab boost from here. Then you can keep jumping here, and then you have to walk around this corner and start jumping again to go into the jump boost. That's a low ping, high ping thing again. So if you have low ping, you can obviously do this and just jump straight off it again. If you have high pings, then of course wait a bit. Get the second jump. Don't clip the lantern here. Keep jumping. Go around this thing. I think some people jump here again, but I feel like I too often clip this thing than here, and I don't feel like the jumping saves a lot here, so I just mostly walk around this thing. And then I start jumping again, try to hit the edge of the log so that you won't clip right here, because it will make you fall a lot slower, and if you jump straight into this thing, you will actually be a lot faster. Then on the slime, you obviously press your spacebar to not jump up again, and then instantly use your right strafe. Then when you're around this corner, you're gonna take another jump to land about at this grass block here, and then use your back strafe. And then for the invisible blocks parkour. This is probably the hardest part of Expelliarmus, and if you play Death on this map a little, then you will know that you can get a lot of kills with that. And the thing with that is, you just have to trust yourself. So try to focus on the blocks at the top and then just trust yourself. What I do here is I take one jump to the right a little, and then I just jump right there. And you will make it there. It's not as hard as you think it is. Just try to land a little bit more on the left with the first jump, and then try to jump to the right. And then you can just jump over here and you'll make it. And now, that's where the thing with the third strafe comes into play. That's why you have to use it so early. Because right here, you have to jump at the very, very edge, and then I basically, you can see it here, I spam my right mouse button to use it as early as possible, so I can land right here. And this is actually closer than you think. I jump way off the edge, and sometimes I even just walk in the water because I try to jump too late, because I know about when I have to jump to get my strafe at the perfect timing in the air. And if it's too late, then I mostly just walk into the water. So please be careful at the start when you use your strafe there. Try to use it as late as possible. And then just make your way into the finish, and you might end up getting a higher 110. 110.5 is pretty optimized, but of course there's always a way to do better. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it could help you. Please vote for the next map again. I'll put the voting into the pinned comment as well, just as last week. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.